When your stomach rumbles a few hours after a meal, it feels like an alarm. The immediate assumption is that without a constant stream of calories, your body begins to waste away. But human biology is more calculated than that. Stepping away from food activates a specific step-by-step internal sequence that has been refined over hundreds of thousands of years. That sensation of hunger is merely a surface symptom. Beneath it, your body is reconfiguring its energy priorities, shifting its internal machinery from storage to active survival. To understand this cascade, we have to look at the physiological baseline. For the first 12 hours after you eat, your body is focused entirely on storage. Your body burns circulating glucose for energy, routing the excess to your liver, packing it into a temporary reserve called glycogen. While that tank is full, insulin levels remain elevated, locking your fat cells closed. Fat burning remains on standby as long as glucose is present. But around the 12-hour mark, the body hits a transition point. Those liver glycogen reserves eventually run dry, and the primary fuel source disappears. If you eat every few hours, you constantly refill that liver tank and keep insulin high. Your body stays in a continuous storage loop, never accessing its long-term reserves. Once you cross the 12 to 16-hour threshold without food, your system recognizes that no new glucose is coming. It responds with a rapid metabolic pivot. To keep your organs functioning, your system targets its own fat cells, breaking them apart to use as an emergency energy source. This activated, fat-fueled metabolic state is known as ketosis. As you approach 24 hours, a secondary hormonal shift takes over. The insulin in your blood drops to its lowest possible level. At the same time, your pituitary gland compensates by releasing a massive spike in growth hormone. This specific chemical environment is highly effective. It accelerates the breakdown of abdominal fat, while the growth hormone helps maintain and energize your muscle tissue. Skipping a meal doesn't deprive your system. It forces the body to become efficient by accessing its dense internal energy reserves. When the clock passes 24 hours, the focus moves from your general anatomy down to a microscopic level. Your body upgrades its survival strategy. It moves beyond burning fat and begins actively dismantling damaged, aging, and mutated cells. This internal recycling process is called autophagy, which literally means self-eating. Your system takes the salvaged material from those destroyed cells and repurposes it to build resilient, healthy new ones. By clearing out this microscopic debris, the body uses its own built-in mechanism for long-term maintenance and disease prevention. While your cells are cleaning house, an equally significant shift happens in the brain. Your brain begins fueled by ketones, triggering a surge in a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. This chemical strengthens your neural connections. This heightened mental state is an evolutionary feature. Our ancestors relied on sharp memory, focus, and cognitive speed to successfully secure their next meal. Looking at this split-screen visualization, the difference is clear. On the left is the sugar-dependent state at hour 0. On the right is the optimized system at hour 24. In this state, your body is doing 3 things at once: reducing fat, circulating clean energy, and conducting microscopic cell repairs. This 24-hour cycle is humanity's original evolutionary maintenance mode. However, constant access to food acts as a permanent block, preventing our biology from ever running this diagnostic and repair software. Reaching this state requires no supplements or external interventions. Achieving this level of physical and mental clarity simply requires stepping away from food long enough to let the biological clock finish its work.